Good afternoon and welcome to the August 22nd, 2023 special meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have roll call?
Yes. Authority members Ajinian,
Here.
Asadarian,
Here.
Rotman,
Here.
Divine,
Here.
Kasakian, Parasian,
Here.
Chair Najarian.
Here. May we have your report?
Yes, the agenda for the August 22nd, 2023 special meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on August 16, 2023 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item is approval of minutes of the regular Housing Authority meeting of August 15, 2023.
I'll move for A. Second.
Thank you. Motion and a second. If there are no objections or corrections to the minutes, they will stand approved unanimously by those present. Next item.
Next item is oral communications. We do not have any cards or calls. And the following item is business agenda item A, community development regarding annual submission of the Section 8 Management Assessment Program, CMAP self-certification for fiscal year 2022-2023. One, approve annual submission of the Section 8 Management Assessment Program, CMAP self-certification for fiscal year 2022-2023 to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Mr. Galanian.
Yes, good afternoon, Chair Najarian, members of the City Housing Authority. This is an annual exercise and process that we go through to submit, to file a Section 8 Management Assessment Program certification to HUD. This measures performance of the Section 8 voucher program, essentially. And based on the self-assessment that staff has conducted, we anticipate that, again, Glendale will be designated as a high performer, as we have been in the past years, many, I believe 20 years in the past, which is a testament to the hard work and diligence of our Section 8 staff, helping our Section 8 tenants as well as those on the waiting list. With that, I'll turn it over to Arthur Bolbolian, our housing supervisor, to present this item for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Gulanian. Good afternoon, Housing Authority Chair Najarian and members of the Housing Authority. My name is Arthur Bolbolian and I'm a supervisor at the Housing Division. The Housing Division is seeking your approval to submit the annual Section 8 Management Assessment Program self-certification to HUD. CMAP, as it's commonly known. CMAP is an assessment, as Mr. Gulani mentioned, is an assessment that is mandated by HUD that evaluates our operation for the Section 8 program based on 14 indicators dictated by HUD. The indicators measure how well the Section 8 program is operating from a financial and administrative standpoint. Each indicator measures a specific component of the program, for example, waiting list management, rent reasonableness, HQS inspection, and so on. The term self-certification is a bit of a misnomer because although we're authorized by HUD to self-certify, because of our high performer designation, we are still vigorously audited by HUD's local field office and outside auditors at the end of the year. And also only the first 8 indicators are self-certified. The rest HUD gets them from monthly reports that we submit throughout the year. The housing authorities are required to submit the CMAP report within 60 days of the end of their respective fiscal year. Once again, we are anticipating, as Mr. Gulani mentioned, to receive a high performer designation by HUD and expect to receive the full 135 points available to us. I cannot overstate the significance of that. This is the first report due post-pandemic, and the submission of the report was halted by HUD for the past 3 years because of COVID. During that period, we didn't receive a single payment to the owner. I'm sorry, we didn't miss single payment to the owner. We didn't miss single annual tenant examination. We were one of the few agencies in the state who continued to conduct HQS inspections remotely. And unlike some agencies who used COVID as a pretext to not answer phone calls, we answered every call in person. All of that is testament to staff's hard work and dedication. And this was also, by the way, this was during the time when we were experiencing severe staff shortages At one point, we had 8 staff members who left the agency to work at different agencies, but staff took things in stride and forged ahead, and here we are. The HUD's maximum possible point is 145. However, currently we do not administer the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, so the 10 points available under indicator number 14 doesn't apply to us. After our self-certified submission, HUD and independent auditors will review our report and analysis, and hopefully will concur with our assessment that we are indeed a high-performing agency once again. This concludes my presentation, and I'll take any questions if you have any. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Boboyan. Questions from council on this item? From the authority, I'm sorry. Yes, Ms. Peraza.
I have a question. May we have an update on lighting list, if it's possible? The numbers by each category, I mean the units, by units.
Of course, thank you for asking. So currently, last time I was here, we had 1,800 applicants on the waiting list. We're now down to 1,643 applicants. We have we have the 5 preference points that we have. Applicants in each category, we have 496 with 4 preference points. We have 622 in 3 preference points. We have 364 in 2 preference points. We have 157 in 1 preference point, and 4 with 0 preference points. And the reason it's down to 1643 is one, as I mentioned last time when I was here, we have been pulling from the waiting list, so we have been processing and pulling from the waiting list to lease up, and also we are currently purging our waiting list, meaning that we have contacted every applicant on the waiting list to see if they are still interested in the program. We're finding out that some have unfortunately passed away, some have already secured housing either at different agencies or they no longer need the assistance, so that's why the number has gone to 1643, and the purging is continuing as we speak.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
Could you repeat how many with 5 points?
We don't have any at 4 points at this time.
None at 5?
None at this time, no.
Oh, okay, so that's big news.
Yes, we have assisted all the 5 points, so currently we're at 4. We're assisting 4 preference points and below.
Okay, that's a new accomplishment.
It is, but it's sometimes it's temporary. As we said, that the preferences can change as people update their application and their status. So someone tomorrow can update their Section 8 waiting list, and all of a sudden they have the 5 points. But it's certainly the first time we've gone below 5 and stayed below it for about a month and a half. So we don't expect much change in the near future. So I think within the next 3 or 4 months, I think we'll be solidly in the 4-point range and then just going down.
Good. For sure. Yes.
Yes. Does the agency recommend update of the applications, or is it just voluntary?
It's voluntary.
It's voluntary.
Yes, we remind the tenants all the time that any changes that happens, they need to update immediately.
But the waiting list purge will force everyone to update their information.
What is a good practice?
Well, it depends a lot on staffing, because the purging itself takes a lot of time. The purging process is that you send out a notice, you wait a sufficient amount of time for a response to come back, it doesn't come back, you send out another notice, then a third notice, then something goes out via certified mail, and if all that fails, then we start opening up their Section 8 wait list folder, and we start contacting emergency contacts that they have listed. And then if that fails, then we start to go through GWP utility records trying to track them down. So it takes
There's a tail end follow through them. Okay, that's fine.
Do we have any callers?
We do not, we don't have any colors or cards at this
Okay.
time.
All right, back to the authority. Any final comments or questions? Ms. Devine?
I have one comment. Congratulations and thank you for keeping up the services during COVID. I mean, that's really something to be commended for, and I thank you all everybody that's involved in that process. And also noting, and I know this was asked in the briefing, this is a self audit or a study, thank you, but it is vigorously audited by HUD. So it is double-checked to make sure that the numbers are accurate and that you are actually doing the job that you're saying that you're doing. So thank you and
Thank you.
good
Thank you.
job. Thank you.
Very good. Would someone like to make a motion?
Oh. Second?
Okay, roll call, please.
Housing Authority members Ajinian,
Yes.
Asadrian,
Yes.
Brotman,
Yes.
Divine,
Yes.
Kasakian, Parazian, Chair Najarian.
Yes. Thank you. Next item.
Next are authority member and staff comments.
Okay, any comments from the authority? Any comments from staff? Seeing none, we have no new business.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
We are adjourned.
So next is the special.
The special meeting is this evening at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just have a closed session.
Oh, okay. We're ready? Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to City Council meeting of August 22nd, being called to order at 3:15. May we have roll call, please?
Yes, council members Asadrian,
Here.
Divine,
Here.
Kasakian, Najarian,
Here.
Mayor Brotman.
Here. And may we have your report, please?
I have the closed session items. Closed session item A, public employee performance evaluation, city manager. B, conference with labor negotiators. The city designated negotiator attending the closed session is Mayor Dan Brotman. Unrepresented employee position, city manager. C, public employee performance evaluation, city attorney. D, conference with labor negotiators. The city designated negotiator attending the closed session is Mayor Dan Brotman. Unrepresented employee position, city attorney. E, conference with labor negotiators. The city designated negotiators attending the closed session are Rubik Golanyan, John Tachtalian, Michael J. Garcia, Jillian Van Meiden, Paula Adams, Amy Martin, and Jason Bradford. The names of the employee organizations are Glendale City Employees Association, Glendale Management Association, Glendale Police Officers Association, Glendale Firefighters Association, and IBEW Local 18, Unit 40. Unrepresented employees, executives, and confidential employees. F, conference with legal counsel pending litigation in regards to Aqueous Film Forming Products Liability Litigation, USDC South Carolina, case number 2:18 MN 2873. G, public employment attorneys. H, conference with legal counsel pending litigation, Haddadian versus City of Glendale, LASC case number BC 722321. I, conference with legal counsel pending litigation, Friends of Rock Haven versus City of Glendale et al., LASC case number 23STCP01092. J, conference with real property negotiators, property location, real property generally located at the terminus of New York Avenue near Park Vista Drive, commonly referred to as Mountain Oaks. Negotiating parties, FENM Inc., employees, defined contribution plan trust dated July 10, 1984. Agency negotiators attending the closed session are Rubik Golanyan, John Tachtalian, Michael J. Garcia, Jillian Van Meiden, Bradley Calvert, Jason Bradford, and Onik Bulanikian. Instructions to the negotiators will concern the price and terms of the acquisition of property.
Thank you. And Mr. City Attorney, do we anticipate reporting out on these items?
Mr. Mayor, we anticipate reporting on items 1G and 1H.
1G and 1H, okay. And there are no public comments, I assume?
No public comments.
Okay, well, with that, we will recess to closed session. Thank you.